and Aiden and Zac became best friends. She knew he wouldn't talk about something until he was good and ready to. "And what about you? I thought you would be with the usual suspects at Hills." Reagan frowned. "Usual suspects? Miss Giggles and Miss Gigglier," he grinned at her, his cheeks creasing and showcasing those dimples of his on either side. She tried not to laugh, because that was horrible. Except it described Jen and Mickey perfectly. The girls couldn't stop giggling for longer than a few seconds to even have a decent conversation with the guy. She had a lot of fun with her girls when it was only them, but when they added boys to the mix, they became really stupid. Sometimes she gave up even trying to hold a conversation with them when one of their crushes was in their vicinity. And that included Zac. Reagan peeked a glance at him from the corner of her eye. He was really pretty. His dirty blonde hair was overgrown, falling into his eyes messily. His square jaw and long nose made him look more like the man he was becoming, rather than a boy. And his body. She'd accidentally, okay, it wasn't an accident, seen him changing clothes at her house one day after coming over from hockey practice. She had stopped dead in the middle of the hallway and stared. Maybe even drooled a little. Her cheeks grew hot just thinking about it. "That's just mean," she said, bringing her knees back to her chest. "But true." Zac's shoulder brushed hers, and she felt the slight pressure all the way down to her curled toes. It was a comforting warmth that did nothing more than just be there. And even if it was only in a small way, she felt connected to him. "Anyway," she said, clearing her throat, "my dad said I couldn't go. Said I was too young to be out this late." "Do you even want to go?" "Yes." He raised his eyebrow. "Really? Okay, maybe I'd prefer to be at home playing War of the Worlds or the new future fantasy game," she said begrudgingly. "But I do want to hang out with my friends." "So, you snuck out anyway?" he asked her, tapping her Converse with his index finger. "Naughty, naughty, Ree." Reagan pressed her ankle against his thick thigh, her knees so close to his chest she felt the heat of his body. "Not to Hills, so I consider that a compromise." I don't think your dad will see it that way." Yeah, she didn't see her dad thinking the same way either, but she was sick of always doing what she was told. For what? Her dad never let up. Zac faced her, his finger continuing to tap away on her shoe. They were sitting so close, but Reagan didn't want to shift back. Her chest squeezed tight, not like she couldn't breathe, but as if suddenly she was aware of every heartbeat. "Zac, can I ask you a question?" He nudged her shoulder with his. "You can ask me anything you want. You know that." She placed her hand on her knee, picking at the denim. "Do you think Dad hates me?" she whispered. He looked at her, eyes narrowed. "Never mind." She shook her head quickly. "I don't know why I asked that." But Zachariah wasn't going to let her off that easy. He tilted her chin up and stared into her dark brown eyes, as if he was searching for something. She was helpless to pull away from him. His hands against her dark skin fascinated her, the golden sun to her night sky. "Why would you ask that?" he finally said. She tried to shrug, but didn't let go, his fingers tightening. "Don't try to bullshit me, Ree. I know you." "Fine," she grumbled. "Sometimes I see him when he doesn't think I'm looking and he just looks at me funny, like he's not really seeing me."